G-Day people, this is Sharpino here. Welcome you guys to an episode of a Let's Play. Yes, that is correct. You read the title correctly of this video and you just heard me correctly. This is the first episode of a Let's Play on this channel, which I have not done in almost a year. Crazy when you think about this, but goddamn, we are back in this business. So, what do we have here? Well, we have Pokémon Insurgence. We haven't played this game in over 5+ years. It has been a long time since I played this game, and before I played this game, well, basically last time I played this game, the game wasn't completed. So, unfortunately though, I couldn't recover the save file from when I played it all those years ago because it was on another computer. So, we're going to have to basically play this game all over again. But, in saying that though, there is a bonus to that. By playing this updated version, I will have more access to more different types of different Pokemon in the game, because from when I first played it to now, they've added more what's called Delta types into the game. There's more Mega Evolutions available, and there's more story to finish the game that, like I said, I started so long ago and couldn't play up to a certain point, and now we can be able to finish it. Now this is a finished product. So, let me explain to you guys what's involved with this. So, first and foremost, we need to go ahead and get the settings correctly. So first we're going to go ahead and change this settings and everything to for this Let's Play. We're going to go hard difficulty on this Let's Play here. And also we're going to change the frame style to my favorite color, which is the red frame. So thank you for that. Did that save? I'm not too sure. Yep, it did. Okay, cool. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and get back into the Let's Playing. Welcome to Pokémon Insurgence. Current version is release 1.2, a complete game aside from potential patches in the future. Would you like to play it with traditional or dark story? Let's go with dark story version, exactly the same I did last time. So, the $1 million question, in case you guys haven't watched my update video, is where the bloody hell have I been? Well, if you guys don't know, I got married last year, towards the end of last year. So I've been married now for about just over 4 months. So yay to me. And, you know, went to a honeymoon to Bali. That was fantastic. And, you know, just trying to get the house in order for our married life together. And one of those things was to, you know, get back into making YouTube content, because it has been a long time since I have played, you know, games on this channel and made videos on the channel. And I figured, you know, it was a favorite thing I used to do, you know, over a year ago. So why not get back into it? And here I am. So here we are, back in the Torren Region from 1 year ago. I'll basically just be skipping over the speech, just because in case you guys haven't played this game, I'll let you guys play this by yourselves. But this speech, just in case you guys don't know, it's just a quick TLDR. It's basically explaining that this leader here is taken over for a former leader that used to be running the show, but he's mysteriously disappeared now, and he's now taken over. So that's basically what he's saying here. I've just given you guys the Reader's Digest version, while he goes ahead and gives you guys the full novel version, okay? So, we'll basically go ahead and get into this fan game. Like I said, haven't played it in a while, and I'm very excited to see what this game has to offer with all the added content to this game than when I first played it. So, yeah, but definitely excited to be back doing YouTube again. You know, this June will be 10 years on YouTube. So that's actually pretty crazy when you think about this. Wait. No. Do you want to do a challenge one? Yes. Let's go with Nuzlocke, randomized, and those are the only two changes. Now, if you guys have not ever watched Let's Play before, hi, I'm glad to be your first Nuzlocker that you're watching do this. In Nuzlocke style game, basically, if a Pokemon dies, you cannot revive it. It is basically unrevivable. It is literally dead after it dies. And also, the fact that it's randomized means that the Pokemon you find in areas will be severely different to the original game. So, if on Route 1, like for example, in Red and Green, Fire, Red, Leaf, Green, you can find Rattatas, Pidgeys, and, you know, that's what you can find. Now you can find potentially 2 randomly Pokemon generators. So it could be Groudon, and it could be Registeel. I don't know why I picked those Gen 3 Pokemon, but nevertheless, that's exactly what a randomizer can do here. So it's absolutely crazy. You know, randomizers, it definitely puts a different layer on this game here, because there is quite a bit of story for this game. So if any of you guys have never played this game, I would definitely say first, play the game first by yourself. But if you do want to play this game with me, you're more than welcome to play the game and play alongside me. I'm more than happy if you guys do that, especially if this is your first time playing it, or perhaps if you've never played this game before, or you did play it at a certain point, like I have, when a certain update was there, and now you just want to see what new content is available. So, like I said, I'm very, glad to be back, and I'm excited to see what this game has to offer. So, what's happening here is there's a game guy in our room trying to steal our dreams, or basically eat our dreams and our memories, apparently. And, we've been held captive, and apparently we've just been told that once we're done with having our memories stolen and eaten away, we're basically going to be killed. So, happy fun times. Nothing like a lovely day to do this. Oh, by the way, for those Australians watching this the day I'm recording this, Happy Australia Day. Happy Australia Day to everyone all around Australia. If you guys don't know what Australia Day is, think of it as the day that Australia was discovered. Think of it like Christopher Columbus discovering America. That's the equivalent for us here. So that's what Australia Day is. It's celebrating that particular day here. Oh, we have an item over here. It's an apricot berry. Oh, the items are randomized too. Oh. Ooh, okay. That's going to add another element to this Let's Play. So, before, I don't know, last time I did, like, Nuzlocke, they were randomized. Just the Pokemon randomized, but it looks like the items are randomized as well, so could make for some interesting finds, I would definitely say. So apparently this Mew can help us transform if we have the DNA of something. So now, since we have now the DNA of Mew, we can now decide if we're going to transform into one of those cultists that was locking us up before. And now that we have the DNA of a Darkrai specialist, we can go ahead and open doors. So if you guys don't remember this is why I think it's good to go back and backtrack, because you might find some rare items. An attack pill. Okay, that's a new item. It looks like it's a battle item, so I don't know exactly what that does. I might have to look it up later on. But like I said, new items, new Pokemon, different kinds of Pokemon. So like I said, Delta Pokemon in this game is going to be definitely the game changer. So basically, Delta Pokemon are like version variants, or like, region variants. An escape rope. Okay, that actually is a very useful item here. Let's go ahead and check out what an attack pill does. A nutritious drink, it raises the base attack stat of a single Pokemon. Oh, so it's like protein. Okay. Well, hopefully it can sell for just as much. For the time being, we're not going to focus on EVs and IVs, which is actually one of the greatest things about this game here, is at some point during the game, you can build bases, and with that, you can go ahead and improve your Pokemon stats, make them battle ready, even like improve their IV stats and everything else. So, a King's Rock. Oh, say more. That's a fantastic find. And safety goggles? Bruh. Okay, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Finding ourselves some very useful items that could definitely be in handy for our Let's Play here. A Prism Scale, which could be helpful if we find a Feebas, if we want to evolve into Melodic. So that could be good. So we have regional variants, the Delta species. We also have different Mega Evolutions as well, and some other hidden surprises. So I won't delve too much further into the specials, because I don't exactly want to spoiler food. And a Pasha Berry, which you don't know, that weakens a water super effective attack once. So I think you can't heal in battle, and I think that single-use items will be recycled in battle. They'll treat basically like a Wi-Fi battle, which I definitely think is one of the best aspects of this game, is that single-use items can be reused again. So things like Focus Sash, things like single-use items could definitely have a more than one-time benefit. I think the only time it doesn't work if you're in a random battle with a a random Pokemon, like a wild Pokemon. I think it doesn't work. But otherwise, if you're in a trainer battle, if you're in like a major battle, single-use items that are attached to your Pokemon will in fact be able to be used once again. So, it's pretty good in that sense, because, this game is meant to break you. Hell, I remember the last game I played that really got to me was that Pokemon Soul Stones. And look, it was a great game. Don't get me wrong. Soul Stones was a great game, but it was just so long. And, you know, I think this game is sort of the same sort of, like, dilemma. It's just that it's a very long game, as we watch two people get burned away. But, you know, look, games are meant to be played for a long period of time. I get that, okay? But, you know, for Pokemon, there's a certain point where, you know, you kind of just want to finish the game and either go back and shiny hunt and go back and do other things in the game here. And I don't know, with fan games, maybe I'm just the only one here. I don't know, some fan games I feel like really drag it out. And I mean, just to give some examples, like Soul Stones is an example here. Even some people would say that this game can drag it out a bit. And look, it has been a while since I played this game, but I do recall that it does take a while to play this game here. Now, the Nuzlocke has not started yet because I don't have any Pokeballs, so this is not my first encounter. So that Magius unfortunately does not count, which is a shame because that would have been a great first encounter. And we just have a random legendary Deoxys just hanging out in the fields right here, which is exactly how randomizer goes down. So, you know, like I said, when it comes to a Nuzlocke, a randomized Nuzlocke anyways, the sky's the limit as to what you can find out here. So unfortunately, this is now where me and Mew will part ways, because now I'm going to Civilization. You know, Mew can't be seen with everyone there, but we still have this little flute that we could use to summon up Mew at any point. And here comes our rival sidekick here, Damien. Well, at least one of them anyways. I could swear I saw Mew here. Did you see it, tiny Pokemon? Yeah, I'll mess with you, sure. And he's just going to waffle on. It's going to be like, yeah, great, man. Fantastic. Who's Yorga? You know, I know who that guy is, you know, foreshadowing. But, you know, Orga, great guy, you know. Definitely someone that you'd want to follow. Absolutely. Alright, so we now have to follow Damien to the town hall area and watch him get absolutely berated by his parents. If you don't believe me, listen to this script they gave his parents. Oh, this is Sharpino. I met them outside. They offered to help too. Nice to meet you, Sharpino. Well, Damien, I think we're pretty well finished. As long as you have your gift for the Augur ready, I think you're done. You do have your gift, right? Oh, well, I may have forgotten. Of course you have. You better find one, and fast. I heard you could find a rare stone in one of the caves in the forest. Of course, you need a Pokemon to go safely. No, absolutely not. Damien's not ready to get a Pokemon. He's still just a child. Clearly you haven't watched the Pokemon series. You know, 10 years old, man? That's like an adult. Mum, please. Everyone else in the town already got their Pokemon. They left. And you're not going to follow them. You're going to get yourself killed. Why do you care? It's not like you're a real mother or anything. Hot fire. I raised since birth. You're not capable of raising a plant, let alone a Pokemon. Double burn. You're irresponsible, antisocial, and you can't even... Okay. Yeah, so that mum came prepared for any sort of spitfire this guy had, because god damn! Just when you thought she got torched, she just hurled it back twofold. God damn. So basically now they're talking about a negotiation now. They're basically saying, if we get given a Pokemon, we'll go help out Damien and get him a Pokemon as well. So think of it like payment for babysitting this guy to get a present that he was supposed to get for him, but didn't. So, you know, just typical teenage things here. Okay, so now we have to head to the professor's lab, which is just here to the right. Here we go. Okay, so now this guy over here in the black hat, he is a leader of one of those 5 cults. So in the region here, the Torren Region, there are 5 cult leaders, and he's one of them. And what he's basically trying to give the professor is some Delta Pokemon to give as starters. So if we're playing a normal game of this kind, we would be granted normally a Delta starter. It could be Delta Bulbasaur, which is Psychic Fairy, Delta Charmander, which is Ghost and Dragon, and Delta Squirtle, which is Dark and Fighting. Now, personally, of those 3 options there, I think we'll agree that Delta Charmander is probably the most preferred choice. But I do like Bulbasaur, the Delta Bulbasaur variant with the Psychic Fairy typing, and it's bulky, so it can be pretty good. But unfortunately, we're not going to get those because all these starters are going to be randomized. Now, here's the thing though. The professor is going to give you an option to either pick one of those 3 starters, or you'll be granted an Eevee if you don't want to pick any of those Delta Pokemon. Now, I did a test not too long ago and found that the Eevee that she actually gives you is not randomized. It's legitimately an Eevee. So if you pick the Eevee, it will not be randomized. It's a static Eevee, which I think they kept that there just in case you didn't like the Pokemon. So these starters are completely randomized. So they're not Delta Bulbasaur, Delta Charmander, and Delta Squirtle. There'll be 3 completely randomized Pokemon. So fingers crossed that luck has given us some good starters. So let's begin with lucky lady number 1. This is a Snorlax. Very nice start. Snorlax is a very strong start. Next up is a Dot. Wow, are you kidding me? Oh my god, dude. Wow. I have the choice for a Dino. Oh my god. This is like... Okay. This is the 2nd time in my life that this has happened. So, I did a Let's Play a few years ago of Pokemon Omicron, where a Dino was granted to me as a starter. Now, I love Hydreigon. If you guys don't know, that is my mascot Pokemon. I love Dino. But here's the problem. It's a Dino, and unfortunately, in a Nuzlocke like this, where it's a randomizer, Nuzlocke style challenge, it's not the greatest starter. Now, if that was a Hydreigon, I would just take that without even looking at the last Pokemon. But because it's a Dino, unfortunately, it may not be good. However, it is good because it does get Dragon Rage, but it's a weak Pokemon. And again, we could be taking on any kind of Pokemon. So unfortunately, Snorlax does appear to be the better choice. But this last option could make or break that choice. So, the last Pokemon is a Forretress. Yes, that's not happening. We're going to go with the Snorlax. So, the Snorlax will be our starter. So let's go ahead and nickname this Snorlax. So, I'm going to call it Munchies. Munchlax, Munchies, you know. And it looks like it's the normal variant. Okay, so... we got this Snorlax here, so unfortunately it's not a Delta Snorlax, because there is actually a Delta Snorlax in this game. So I'm curious to see where this game leads us to. So, rival Damien likes to battle, and has a Sableye. Please tell me I have a move that's not just normal type. Seriously? Alright. We're gonna be a while, so hang tight while I just speed through this battle here. Oh my goodness. Well, isn't that just the way to end this? That is 10 minutes I'll never get of my life again for that stupid battle. My goodness. Oh my gosh. Well, thankfully the Nuzlocke has not started yet because, you know, had I had Pokeballs, then the Nuzlocke would officially have started. But because this is the first battle and I really don't want to have to do that all over again, I'm just going to say that the first battle does not count. Because I didn't have Pokeballs. So, let's go ahead and check out our Munchies the Snorlax. Let's see, it is Jolly Nature, which is... I guess it'll be the fastest Snorlax we ever have. And it has Immunity, which is actually not bad at all. So, I mean, Thick Fat could be good as well, don't get me wrong. But again, stats in this game could definitely go a long way. So usually we talk to the employee here and they will give us something, but I don't think this one does. I think he just explains that basically every single Pokemon Center... Oh, we got 5 Ethers. Okay. Okay, that actually could be very helpful, so thank you for that. Alright, so let's buy some Pokeballs, and then our Nuzlocke will officially have begun. So, you know, let's go ahead and see what we can do here. And we get a premier ball as well. So 10 Pokeballs should be enough. Actually, can we buy... Wait, can we sell stuff, actually? Hold on a second. This attack pill, how much could we sell that for? For 4,900? Yep. I'll give that away, because that is, you know... 600. Yeah, no, we'll just keep that. Berries, no... Alright, so with that we can buy some more Pokeballs. You know what? Only because of what we could potentially encounter in this game here, having a lot of Pokeballs could definitely help out here. So we have 20 Pokeballs now. So if we come across a very strong Pokemon that has a high catch rate, at the very least we have 22 Pokeballs here. Okay, so now that we have Pokeballs, the Nuzlocke has officially begun at this point in time. So now we are going to get ourselves our first encounter. So the question is, what will be our first encounter? Is this an item? A Dex Nav. Oh, we could use a Dex Nav. No Pokemon's found. Catch Pokemon to have a P. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, can't go along. Okay. So wait. Pokemon. Which one would you like to battle with? Oh, shit. Okay, no. Stop. No. Okay, you can challenge trainers on this. Okay, my bad. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm learning things. Alright, Dex Nav is not what I remember it to be. Alright, there's an item here. An antidote. That could be helpful if I had a Pokemon that could be poisoned, but I don't. Okay, here we go. First encounter. That's actually a pretty good Pokemon. It's an Aron. And the good news is that our tackles are 4 times resisted. So these tackles, even though that's a crit, is going to do absolutely jack snot. Because, as you can see, this Pokemon here is just going to sit here and just build its defenses. So what we'll do is we'll just, to prevent the wastage of Pokeballs, I'll get it down to the yellow. We land a second crit, which is pretty crazy. Ironic because our first battle ended with a crit, and who would have thought we'd just end up with a normal move as our first Pokemon and going up against a Ghost type. And that's the thing you have to watch out for on these Nuzlockes, is that situations like that can happen. So you have to make sure you're prepared for what's coming your way, and you have to make sure you have a Pokemon that can cover all of your immunities, just in case that happens. Now, unfortunately, this Aron decides to roll out at the very last second on the third roll. So I'm going to try again and hope that this Aron wants to be nice and please get in the ball this time. And we got it! Aron, yes. Okay. So, nickname for you. I give all my Arons his nickname. I'm going to call it Cronus. Okay, so unfortunately though, it does leave our team susceptible to a fighting type because they're both weak to fighting, and it's holding an item. So let's see what item's holding. It's holding a Quick Ball. Ooh, hello, and it's adamant nature. Yes, and it has Rock Head though. Oh, but not sturdy. Oh, okay, that makes it just as bad. Well, not just as bad, but just as more risky, I guess, with that. Oh, and we have a Pokemon battle. Okay. So, first battle, and we're up against a Fione. Hello, Fione. What's shaking? Other than the fact that we're going up against a Fione. Okay, we're good, though. Okay, so it looks like Snorlax. We get critted. Okay, that's not nice. Fione, that is not nice at all. Can we not get critted, please? If we can help that, please. Thank you. Okay, down goes the Fione. And we go to level 8 off that. That's quite the Pokemon you have. Well, thank you. He looks just like me. So, there you go. So, you know, Snorlax people. And Aron. So, that appears to be our starting team for the time being. So, great that is how we're starting things off here. I would like another good Pokemon if we could. Something that can help us out with our Flying type weakness. So, something like a Poison type, or a Flying type, or a Psychic type. You know, just not another Pokemon that would make us weak to it. So that was our encounter for Shade Forest. So we're going to move on to the next area. I think we've got another battle coming up. So I want to try to get some experience for Cronus here. And even if you battle wild Pokemon and your Pokemon dies, that's it. Even if you're going against a wild Pokemon, your Pokemon could just die on the spot. And we're going up against a Lumineon. Oh my goodness. Why? Why? My goodness. Okay. Going against a Lumineon that has Attract, but we are male and we don't float that boat that way. Okay? So the good news is it doesn't look like Lumineon has any water type moves, so that is good because it's giving my Snorlax just a little bit more of an edge to take on this Lumineon. Okay, down goes Lumineon. Cronus goes level 5, level 6, and Manshi's level 9, and learns Amnesia. Not bad, but we need some good allies now, so, you know, if only we could just move on to the next area. Oh, it's a Delta! Delta Miss Magius. And this is exactly what I was talking about here. It's those Delta species. Okay, I think this Pokemon, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's an Ice type. And I think that confirms it. Now, I don't know exactly what type it is. I can't escape, and I'm now asleep. Because, okay, if you guys don't know, if your Pokemon's slow, then you can't run away. Okay, I don't want to take on another Pokemon with the fact my Pokemon's asleep, my star Pokemon. So I need to run back to the Pokemon Center. And this is the thing that's very frustrating when you're starting off a new game, is when you have to make these rapid trips back to the Pokemon Center because you have no idea what's about to happen. You don't know what Pokemon you're going to encounter, and you don't know what situation you're going to wind up in. Especially with both Aron and Snorlax being incredibly slow Pokemon, we're basically fighting... Not that it's bad in the fact that we can withstand hits. That isn't a problem. But the fact that if we go up against fast Pokemon and Pokemon that have, you know, the answer to our team, then that could definitely be a problem. So we definitely need to make sure that we can avoid any unnecessary battles where we can, whilst at the same time, we're making sure that we are not leaving ourselves susceptible to, you know, a battle that's going to leave us in an old Amber. And that's a fossil, so we can revive that. And that will turn into a randomized Pokemon. So it won't be an Aerodactyl. I believe it will be something completely different. And that's that's a Delta Magma, which is a water type. What is with the water types today? Jesus, man, come on, dude. Jesus, man. Can we please get away from this Magma, please? All these water types, man, they're coming after me. Like, they just know that water is the answer to all my problems right here. And this is a Delta Bergmite, which I do believe is a rock type. And you know what? We could actually take on this Bergmite. So this will be good for the fact that we can give Cronus a bit of time to shine, but also by giving it an opportunity to level up, which I think is something that we definitely need to do for Cronus, just to be able to withstand some hits. So that did about 4 damage. Look, we're still in the clear. We got a crit. And the accuracy of this Pokemon's getting lowered and lowered and lowered. And for some reason, it's still hitting us, even though it's got a couple of accuracy drops. So I am surprised this Bergmite is really holding its head up high and battling us. But for the first time, this is its first move. So good job, Bergmite, on that miss. Good sir. And down goes the Delta Bergmite. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. Just different types of Pokemon that we could encounter here. A Lopunite. We have a Megastone. Oh, hot days. Oh my goodness. Wowee. Okay, is this a different area? So Telnor Cave, Shade Forest. So this is all still the same area. So I think what I'll do is I'll get one more Pokemon encounter, and then I think that will wrap us up for today. So I'm hoping this is a Pokemon that can help us out with our weakness. So fingers crossed that this is a good Pokemon that can help us here. Okay.
Something that can help us out with our flying type weakness. So something like a poison type or a flying type.
Maybe not entirely fix our problem, but it definitely does help us out with our problems. So you know what? I'll take an unpheasant. I will take an unpheasant at this point in time. That is very good. That is very good. So that's going to do next to nothing to us here. So we're just going to weaken down the unpheasant. Okay, it seems to be pretty strong. You know, even though... Oh, there's a crit for us here. That's good. That's good. Go down to the yellow, and then we can start trying to... oh, and there's now just 3 hits. Points. Alright, let's go to our bag, and let's go for a Pokeball at our next encounter. So, Unpheasant. Not bad Pokemon. Not bad at all. It's another normal type, but it is that flying type that we did say we were looking for. So, you know what? I can't really argue, you know, what we have here. So, we'll throw another Pokeball, and hopefully this Unpheasant will decide to jump in here. Unpheasant, you must have the same catch rate as your P-Dove, so would you please come join us? Apparently not. Apparently not. Okay. Okay, now we can't risk a critical hit, so we have to swap over to Snorlax, because I do not want to lose a Pokemon in the first episode. That would not be very good for us at all. Whoa, that did a lot of damage. My goodness, man. How strong is Unpheasant? My goodness. Alright, so let's throw a Pokeball at this Unpheasant. Let's try again. My gosh, man. Why are you playing hard to get? Is it, do you want a Premier Ball? Is that what this is? You want a nicer Pokeball Unpheasant to get into? Would the Premier Ball convince you to stay with us? This is going to become crazy here. So, that does... I'm going to go back to the Pokeball, because apparently we had 3 rolls on the Pokeball 2 times. If it doesn't land, then we're going to have to move on here. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm going to have to kill it. Unless this doesn't kill. And I get a crit. So I'm going to kill the Unpheasant. Well, didn't have much of a choice here. You really didn't leave much of a choice here. So... And we got Headbutt, so that's great. But unfortunately, that means we did lose the encounter for this area. So, you're going to have situations like that, where unfortunately we get screwed over by, I guess, you know, luck of the Pokeballs and, you know, shenanigans like that. It's bound to happen, so, you know what, it is what it is. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today's first episode of this series. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, I would appreciate it if you did hit the like button down below, because, as always, your support is greatly appreciated. Stay tuned for the next episode. I'll train up our team to get to about level 10, both of them. Like I said, I'm kind of really hesitant to see like how far we go with this game. I would like to go all the way at the end, but with the increased difficulty, as you guys can just see here, things have been not as easy as maybe I originally thought it was going to be, but I like a good challenge, so who knows what's going to happen. So guys, until next time I see you guys in the next video, stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.